Hey guys, so what's the most annoying thing in the world? Well, for me, it's probably what brought you here, and that's glasses that are just crooked and never sit straight, no matter what. Today, we end that problem. You watch this video, and it's over. Just follow it, you're good. No more problems. So, yeah, it drives me crazy. I'll see somebody walking down the street or shopping or even so much as being crazy enough to notice it through their windshield while they're driving their own car. But crooked glasses just drive me absolutely crazy. Now, part of it's because I'm hyper aware of it and attuned to how to fix it, and I can't stand it because I know it's a super simple adjustment, it's a super simple fix, and people are walking around with their glasses running around outside looking like this. Not level, not straight. Actually, yeah, there we go. It's not great. It's very subtle on this one because I didn't make it crazy. Obviously for the video, thumbnail, yeah, well, we do want it to be crazy and obvious. And if you really want to have fun with it, we can do that real quick, just like that. Now, very crooked glasses. I've seen worse than this walking around. If you have single vision, it's bad enough. If you have a strong prescription, it's terrible. And if you have progressive lenses and a strong prescription, it's even worse. I don't know how you walk around like that. Like, how? Because the way the lenses work, no, it's not good. But you're here to figure out how to fix that and not listen to me rant about how much I hate it and why it's crazy and why I don't understand. I guess not everyone has access to awesome opticians and cool videos and how to fix it. Or maybe they don't even know. The way glasses are sold these days, it's like Russian roulette of what's happening out there. So, you know, maybe you bought a pair online, they never fit right. You didn't even know it was possible to fix them. Whatever the case may be, we fix that now. So, with one like this, as you saw, the adjustment is the opposite of what you see. This one is sitting high over here on this eye and low over here on this eye. If you need to fix that, you can make your own choice and your own judgment, or you can follow more tips from the other videos I give about overall fit. And yeah, check those out. You'll learn a lot more about why each individual adjustment matters as a whole. For this, where we're low, exactly what you would think. You bring this down, low, down, and that lifts that back up. Or if you want to do it the other way around, this side is high, so make this higher. It's that simple. But of course, as we know, it's not always that simple. I could make this a 30-minute video and show you different ways to make this adjustment all the way through the video. The simplest is right here in the hinges. Not all hinges are designed to be adjusted this way. You can destroy a pair of glasses. These do have a small range of adjustment built into them, but as you'll see on this one, if we make that bend, now you're not flush and seamless up here, which is another thing that drives me crazy. So it does get more complex more quickly. When I made that more exaggerated bend to really make these sit crooked, I did make that bend in the hinge. And the easy way to do that, you want to brace the frame really well at the front. You want to grab this temple a little bit farther back, not all the way back here, because then you're just going to wiggle it back and forth depending on what the material and the hinge is like. That's going to wiggle way more than that. Now, as you can see here, if we get this on plane, you can see this one is going down. Obviously, I knew that already because I made that bend in it. So when you've got it braced here, you want to pull that up or upside down. So you want to pull that up just real quick and smooth like that. And you can't really see it, but I am bracing that with my thumb here to make sure that bend is happening in the hinge and not as much just right here in the end piece. Now you can see just that quick and easy, these are sitting level. Now that doesn't mean they'll sit level on your face. We're all a little bit crooked, some in more ways than others, and some with just more crooked ears than others. Now, aside from the fact that the lens is all foggy from my greasy hands playing with it, you can see we're pretty close back to level. It's not perfect. Maybe on video it looks like it is, but it is a little bit high over here still. And that's pretty normal for me. I do have one ear that's a little bit off from the other, among other things. So we would bring that back up just a little bit in the same way. You want to brace that frame front really well, and you want to put your thumb under here for a little extra bracing and just pull back up just a little bit. Now, again, most hinges are made to accept that kind of a bend. It's not really a huge ordeal. Some are not, and you do want to be aware of that. So just, you know, kind of take a look at your frame, see what things look like. And as I mentioned, it kind of drives me crazy on one like this because while the hinge is designed with some range of adjustment there, you know, you're going to throw off the overall look of the frame because you're going to have that little bit of a gap here at the front, more obvious at the top versus the bottom if you're going down, more obvious at the bottom versus the top if you're going up. So there is that. In that case, in the event you have one of those frames, you can place the bend a little farther back, more around the middle of the ear. Obviously, you don't want to do it here because then you have kind of a kink in the front of the frame. And most frames, you can actually see it on this one, the temple core is thicker until you get to about the midpoint. You definitely don't want to go trying bending where that's really thick at because you're just not going to get anywhere, and odds are you're going to break something. And nobody wants to break glasses that were already driving them crazy. You know what? I take that back. Maybe you'll be happier if you break them versus nothing at all. So as I mentioned, that's not going to work on everything. This frame, you can't really make that bend in the hinge because the way this hinge is designed is a little bit more unique. Bevel actually does a really good job of this. We'll save that for another video. But this hinge is titanium and it is designed to flex and have some give in it up and down. You're not going to go bending this and get that to be kinked up or down to make a correction. So on a frame like this, where you've got the thicker metal all the way back, the hinge obviously isn't going to take a bend. Then we can do it back here. You'll see the material tends to thin down in these temple cores. It's usually just a small wire running all the way back to the end. There you can place a bend, same way down. You want to brace that with your thumb so it's a smooth bend. This is also how you would adjust to tighten it behind the ears. We've got another great video on that. Make sure and check that out if you need that. So if you were going the other direction, same thing. You still want to brace that temple, but you want to place your thumb up more in here and just make that bend up. Do be careful not to mess with this part too much. That is going to need readjusted if you make the bend in this way, which is why I do suggest making it up here if you can. If the frame works for it, it's an easier adjustment that way. If you go doing it back here, it does mess with where it fits behind the ears, and then you need to have that recontoured so they're not constantly slipping and falling off. It's a problem, but it works. See, simple solution, easy fix. No matter how many pairs of glasses you've got or how many different styles of frames you have, there's always a way to fix the crooked glasses. And nobody needs to be walking around with crooked glasses for so many reasons. So I hope you take what you learned in this video, share it with a friend so they know how to fix their crooked glasses, send it to everyone you see walking around with crooked glasses. Yeah, let's get this over with. And on that note, I will catch you next time.